Happy Sunday morning. There's a parable, a short story, in the 24th chapter of the book of Jeremiah that has always interested me. It's a parable about two baskets of figs that appeared in a vision to the prophet Jeremiah. One basket was filled with fresh, ripe figs, and the other was filled with figs that were too rotten to eat. God compared the bad figs to the king of Judah, his officials, and others who had rejected the words that God spoke through Jeremiah. And then God compared the good figs to the people of Judah who had been exiled to Babylon. Through Jeremiah, God said that the exiles would return to their homeland after 70 years. And the 70 years of exile was the punishment carried out by God because of the rebelliousness of the nation of Judah. But God's purpose in punishment is always to bring about restoration. And of course, there were people who had to pay the price of punishment for the nation's sins, even if they themselves hadn't been unfaithful. Daniel and his 3 friends were among those who were exiled until the 70 years were complete. And in a way, you could say that they were exiled for safekeeping. Listen to the verses 4 through 7. Then the Lord gave me this message. This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. The good figs represent the exiles I sent from Judah to the land of the Babylonians. I will watch over and care for them, and I will bring them back here again. I will build them up and not tear them down. I will plant them and not uproot them. I will give them hearts that recognize me as the Lord. They will be my people, and I will be their God. For they will return to me wholeheartedly. God's explanation hardly sounds like punishment. It actually sounds a little more like safekeeping for a later time. And as I was reading that passage of scripture, I began to think about how sometimes God has purposed to put us in a place of safekeeping, but we end up fighting him because we simply perceive our time out as punishment. God often has a dual purpose at work in our lives. He's refining us and positioning us at the same time. He knows what lies ahead and how to best prepare us for it, but often all we can see is the pain of our current circumstances. If we'll trust him, that he is good and that he desires what's best for us, we can view what feels like exile as safekeeping for all that is yet to come. Let me leave you with one of my favorite verses from Psalm 27. I am confident I will see the Lord's goodness while I'm here in the land of the living. Wait patiently for the Lord. Be brave and courageous. Yes, wait patiently for the Lord. I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. Go to church. That's where I'm headed, and I will see you next week.